Next week on Beyond Boiling Point, Ramsay keeps on running when he splashes out on a stag weekend for Marcus in Monte Carlo, gets a lesson in game from Marco Pierre White, and pays a pilgrimage to a top restaurant in Spain. But should Barcelona really have to tolerate this kind of behaviour from Brits abroad? Gordon Ramsay is now king of the City of Chefs, so this week he celebrates, as only he knows how, by going on the rampage with the lads in Britain, Barcelona and Monte Carlo. But his old friend Trouble is never far away.
Stuart. Thank you. We can all hide, you know that, Stuart? Yeah, one day you're going to be a head chef, you know that? Yes, yeah, can't fucking wait.
Ramsay's about to go abroad, but he's got some unfinished business in the kitchen. Despite an investigation a few weeks ago, Ramsay's discovered more undercooked beans. His two unfortunate suspects this time are hapless Simone and Glaswegian hardman Hector.
That's disgusting, that. I taste the veg to check the seasoning and bang, it just hits me straight away. They're far too firm. But you're not bothered about it, are you? Now you're going to stand there and watch the bean being cooked. So why did we get this far, David, down the service, realise they're bullets? He's fine. I don't think you understand. You've given up, haven't you? Can you just leave the basket in the water and get them cooked, yeah?
Ramsay's now got Scottish sous chef David Hector Dempsey firmly in his sights.
David, hey, David, for the last time. Do you understand, yeah? I don't want anyone working on the floor, David, OK? And if I want to check it, I'm not going to go down there on the fucking floor, yeah? OK, we get up and we check it properly, OK?
With only hours to go before his plane leaves, Ramsay doesn't let up the pressure.
David, I've seen nothing from you yet, you know that? You're just one of the run-of-the-mill, aren't you, David? David, you're an average cook for your age. You're just one run-of-the-mill, isn't it? Asparagus last week, now bullet beans, and you still don't notice them.
Ramsay's off on a pilgrimage to visit one of the world's greatest chefs. Destination? Barcelona. Ramsay's part of a posse of 6 top British chefs who've come to pay homage to Spanish culinary genius Ferran Adrià. They head for Ferran's inner sanctum, his laboratory, where Ferran spends 6 months every year experimenting and creating completely new cooking techniques. It's the work carried out in the laboratory that makes Ferran a revolutionary 3-starred Michelin chef. Gordon's impressed.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Ferran's even installed a video link with his restaurant 150 kilometres away. A push of a button activates the kitchen. Gordon's humbled.
But each time I come to places like this, it makes me realise that I'm still a cook, I'm not a chef, because this is amazing. I mean, this is a dream come true. Christ, what a place. Jesus.
Ramsay's off to visit Ferran's restaurant, El Bulli, which is situated where the Pyrenees meet the Mediterranean. The journey involves a mountain road, and it's making Ramsay feel a touch edgy.
Look how close you are to the edge. Look. It just goes on and on and on and on. Look at that. For fuck's sake. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Fucking hell.
3 coaches tried to negotiate the precipice.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah, look. Sat, any chance to open that window, please, mate? Yeah, so we can vomit through something.
I'm like that, I'm holding myself now.
Just think how pissed off he's going to be at all these customers late for lunch. Terrible.
An hour and a half late, and they eventually arrive at their restaurant Mecca. Gordon heads the posse to meet the Catalan culinary god.
Spanish, please, and go and say hello.
Over 3.5 hours, the bloated Brit chefs have consumed a 21-course menu. The use of Darjeeling tea jelly with barnacles has got them talking.
He's actually come up with a concept that can actually make, which sounds ludicrous, a hot jelly, and it still doesn't melt. And it's the first time I've eaten out for a long time. I actually experienced no caviar, no oysters, no foie gras, and no truffle veal jus, and still come away thinking that, wow, this is exciting.
In the kitchen, Ferran talks the chefs through his techniques and presentation. Over a glass of champagne, a subservient Gordon introduces Ferran to the Brit pack.
Ils ont gagné un concours pour le meilleur jeune chef à l'Angleterre.
Ah oui, oui. Mais tu t'as... You know,
Yeah, he said you're still a...
After a tour of the kitchen, there's a chance for a quick photo.
Heston, can you stop playing with these nuts?
And an autograph.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao.
Then it's back off to Barcelona to party. (1:30 a.m. Back in London, Ramsay's employees are leaving work.
Exactly.
So there, guys. Bye-bye.
Sous chef Hector lives in a studio flat, and his chef de partie, Simone, has been crashing there.
And this is my bed. Not really big, actually, but comfortable enough.
My bed is my fucking couch, man. But
For about 4 hours a night, it's good enough.
It's time to unwind after a day's work, but also to examine this week's oven scars.
they're a lot worse than since I started working with Gordon, obviously. My opinion, people are like, oh, fucking that's ridiculous, and your hands are a state and all the rest of it because they shouldn't be like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, you've got a small confined space and you're right involved. It's hard to describe. I get right involved in it, you know. At the end of the day, the food's more important, you know what I mean? It's the most important.
Good thing keeps you awake. You never fell asleep. I got a baby, but you know, I'm in a bed session, so my stove is not really hot.
I say service at Gordon's, man. If you can do a service at Gordon Ramsay's, man, you can do a service anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says, you know what I mean?
In their boss's absence, Hector and Simone have had time to reflect on their recent grillings.
He fucks it for it, man, doesn't he? Huh?
Yeah,
he fucks it. But all Gordon wants you to do is be fucking strong, man. And not be one of these... Gordon's got a thing where he doesn't want you to be a pussy, man. Doesn't want anybody to be a pussy.
Sorry. No tourists.
2 a.m. back in Barcelona. Ramsay and the British chefs have found an Irish pub, but they're on a mission and hit the back streets in pursuit of Barcelona's real nightlife. On the way, they clearly failed to appreciate some local performance art.
Yeah, listen. Okay, we'll go in.
In their pursuit of Catalan nightlife, the chefs find they may have ventured a little too deep into Barcelona's back streets. They've stumbled across a gay flamenco club, which isn't quite what they were looking for.
No. Is it Mars bar right? Oh shit! No.
The atmosphere's stifling.
It's too hot. Look. Flash me on. Moody.
Come on.
Come on!
No, we'll go on one more place, I think.
Yeah, let's go one more place.
Finally, they track down the type of place they are looking for. An English photographer that's been tagging along is finding the pace hard going. But there's one more chance for a final photograph.
This is caterer.
3 a.m. London. Flatmates Hector and Simone are still up, quibbling as usual about the flat.
I was supposed to stay about, what, 3-4 weeks? And I'm up to stay about 4 months now.
Fucking, yeah, he's full of shit. Five and a half months he's been here. And he was only meant to stay about 2 weeks.
But luckily, I'm going to leave at the end of the month. In 3 weeks' time.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go back to Italy for a month. And after, I'll start my new job in Monte Carlo in November. So, not long to go. 3 more weeks, hopefully. I can't wait for it.
Simone's got through a grueling 3 years of being Ramsayed and has finally found an escape route. But Simone's not the only one going to Monte Carlo. His boss, Ramsay, is taking another lads away day in the playground of the rich and famous.
Oh, no.
The French Riviera. Top London chef Marcus Waring is getting married. His best man Gordon Ramsay is splashing the cash in his stag do, and he's moved the city of chefs here for the weekend. Ramsay and his head chef Mark, Marcus and his brother Brian, like him an ex-boxer, and Chef Steve.
We wanted to do something a bit more sophisticated, something a bit more us really, and not put that sort of yob stamp on it.
With a Michelin-starred dinner in Monte Carlo to look forward to later, the lads concentrate on soaking up the local scenery.
I asked for this particular stag do because it's what I'm about. When you have a taste for these things, you know you want more, because we all want more of the good things in life. Then it makes you go back to your office, your kitchen, and work. I have paid a fantastic salary. I'm looked after incredibly well by Gordon, and why should we skim? It's not what I'm about anymore. It's a bit more than that.
And so Ramsay's hired a boat, a big boat. In fact, it's a beast. The Monte Carlo is worth £70,000 and can do the equivalent of 75 miles an hour over water. It's a veritable testosterone machine.
Up to 3,600. Easy cruising speed, nothing yet. Start to feel the wind on your cheeks. And your balls are starting to shrink.
As the powerboat gathers speed, the boys enjoy the adrenaline rush.
4,000 on each engine. It's really going for it now.
But at top speed, the chef's machismo is severely tested.
Late.
Marcus's stag party are off to Monte Carlo for the evening. But despite the fact he trained in the south of France, best man Gordon isn't too popular with French drivers.
What's his problem? Huh? Down towards the...
Once in Monte Carlo, the stag crew head for somewhere appropriately classy to have a pre-dinner aperitif. The powerboat ride earlier has taken its toll on Marcus's brother Brian. He's feeling ropier by the minute. But Ramsay's booked Alain Ducasse's Louis XV for the stag dinner. It has 3 Michelin stars, and it's the very restaurant where Simone is going to work. It's also a chance for Ramsay and Marcus to check out the competition.
Getting drunk, waking up, being sick is not my idea of having fun, me personally. Going out to one of the best restaurants in the world, eating the best chef's food is my idea of a stag weekend.
But with the meal at Ducasse costing £250 a head, Ramsay isn't that impressed with the rolling show in Monte Carlo.
No disrespect to Ducasse, but Marcus can take his food to Ducasse and equally hit 3 stars on the head. It's for me to open the door to bring Marcus along, just to give him that little bit of confidence to say, look, hey, it's a very glamorous setting, a very superficial, sort of plastic-orientated setup, flash idiots in their Ferraris and, you know, blonde-haired bimbos with silicons coming out of their nose, pumped-up rubber lips, arses all stitched up and tightened in, and 3.5 hours to get a pair of jeans on, and a spray on top with their nipples, you know, looking like something from a Massey Ferguson wheel nuts off a tractor. I mean, it's horrendous. Fuck me. What is that? Huh? Jesus.
1 a.m. and the stag party leaves Monte Carlo for a nightclub further down the coast. But there's a problem for organiser Ramsay. A 1-hour queue.
Well, we give it a try, won't we? I'm not one for queuing. I get very frustrated queuing.
Don't worry, if he gets us in it, it'd be a fucking miracle. But then again, Gordon's never failed to get us into a nightclub yet.
With his kitchen French, Ramsay negotiates with the bouncers. Brian is now on his last legs, but he's determined to stick it out for his brother. Ramsay's talked the bouncers round.
I said I'd go in, didn't I?
What did you say to him?
Marcus's brother Brian has departed for the people carrier to sleep off his sunstroke. 5 a.m. and Ramsay's gang approach their car, with Brian asleep inside. The outcome is all too predictable.
He went back to the van and had a sleep in his pads. And it's his little brother Stag Night. What a bore.
They say that when you get married,
Dawn, Joan Lipin, and the chef's stag party, all aged 30 plus, have had it. But young Joan is just spilling out of the clubs. No Michelin-starred cuisine for them, though. But the next morning, Marcus is focused on his wedding to Jane.
I'm not one bit nervous. I'm going to enjoy the day for what it is, knowing that it'll last forever.
Ramsay's back in the kitchen after his stint abroad, and he's throwing his weight around. He's keen to rid Simone of any delusions about his upcoming job in Monte Carlo.
When you go work at Dallas Ducasse, young man, with 30 cooks in the kitchen, you start acting chippy or pushing the pastry chef's trays. Was it an accident or did you do it on purpose? It was an accident. An absolute accident, yeah? Do you know it was an accident, David, or do you think you've done it on purpose to shaft you? The way you looked at him there, David, you took it all personally again. David, let's go. If anyone's got any reason to take anything personally, David, I'm taking it personally that we're getting substandard at the moment. I take that personally. When I come here, hey, and we see that we're arguing over pushing trays, yeah, or knocking each other's plates, David, you listening? David, yeah. And what's coming out is still not 100% perfect, David, it looks like our own little chippiness is playing more part than the food. Is that right? It is right. You listening, Simon?
And Hector's not getting an easy ride of it, either.
Right, the sequence last night I got upset about because it was just an absolute bollocks.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, you're frothing that when you should be dressed at the table.
Yes, go on.
It's his musical.
Yes,
yeah?
go on,
And the garnish not even in there, haven't got the underplate yet,
Yes,
and you're
go on.
frothing away.
Yes, go on.
So, slow down.
Yes, go on.
Take one look at what's going on and work together.
Yes,
Do you understand?
Yes, I do understand.
Yeah? Good. When they acknowledge that, Dave. Hello.
Yes, go on.
Then we'll go. But I'm fed up with just seeing you wasting so much time, when we should be dressing a table.
Yes, go on.
And wasting time.
Yes, go on.
Wait till the garnish in there, Dave. Then that's boiling now.
Yes,
We'll
go on.
froth it.
Yes, go on.
We'll go straight from there.
Wait on.
A private country estate somewhere in southern England. Gordon's here to meet up with his former boss, millionaire restaurateur Marco Pierre White. A chef so successful, he recently gave back his 3 Michelin stars, feeling he didn't need them anymore. Ramsay, still stuck on 2, is keen to discuss his research trips to continental kitchens.
I always like eating my vegetables afterwards.
But his guru is more interested in competing with Gordon in the sporting pursuits of a country gentleman. And Ramsay, desperate to soak up any clues whatsoever into gaining that 3rd star, goes along for his first ever shooting lesson.
Let's go and have a look. First one's way out. That was the first one.
That's when it went up.
That's when it went up when I wasn't used to the trigger.
Well, it's not that bad. Bloody hell.
Ramsay's determined to get one up on his mentor. With a .243 caliber rifle, Super Chef Marco has outgunned his former pupil. Just.
Very happy. First time and powerful things. Marco was a bit cross he did so well.
I don't give a fuck what you think.
That said, Ramsay seems strangely content to let his ex-boss embarrass him as Marco gets his geese to chase Gordon. Proving that while Ramsay may ride high in the city of chefs, he's no country gent yet. Next week on Beyond Boiling Point, Ramsay goes on tour down under, where they think he's a sex symbol.
He's tall, carries himself well, and he's nice looking.
And he's even got a stalker.
Jesus Christ. If there's anything that intimidates me is, that kind of feeling that, 12,500 miles away from your hometown, that you're just as popular over here as you are back in the UK.
Popular?
I don't think he's a particularly nice human being.
Try that for your bullshit for your kitchen in London, not here.
And even Hector's in on the limelight.
It's like being a fucking movie star or something.
So has Ramsay won over the Aussies? Ramsay's going on tour down under to promote his latest book, but trouble's brewing.
I'm just going to need one idiot to start, getting on the wrong side of it, and I'm going to snap.
Day one, Brisbane. Ramsay's been invited to star at the Hilton Masterclass.
We've been trying to lure Gordon for a few years now, and we've thrilled that he could come for the 2000 Masterclass.
After a grueling 37-hour journey, Ramsay's already behind schedule. He's set to embark on his rock and roll book tour, and just 15 minutes after arrival, it's his first interview of the week, and he's decided to be provocative about Aussie chefs.
There's a lot of talk about Australian chefs back in London. Of course, Australians have no loyalty. They come with their backpacks.
Yeah. Ready to go back.
They cram in, 16 or 17 chefs in a 2 metre square room. They don't pay fucking rent. They don't pay their poll tax. They grab all the knowledge they can, and they disappear. That gets on my tits.
So after letting off some steam, Ramsay goes down to the hotel kitchen to find some Australian chefs with a view to a spot of Ramsaying.
I want to trade organised tonight, so when we come in tomorrow, I'm not leaving. Tomorrow's going to be an absolute fucking disaster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big time. OK, good. So all go, go, go.
Ramsay's left his sous chef and travelling companion, David Hector Dempsey, to start organising the next day's demonstration.
What a fucking day, man. Shit.
But there are a few comprehension problems hindering the process.
Paper. I think it's difficult to understand me.
Yeah, sorry.
And Ramsay's already found something to target Hector about.
He's been drinking. When we boarded the plane this afternoon, the server came round with the tray of drinks. He said, "What would you like, Mr. Ramsay?" I said, "I'd a glass of orange juice." Thinking David would follow on, but no, David had champagne.
At least, that's Ramsay's story.
He told me, take a couple of drinks, you'll be okay. So I had a few drinks in the plane. But didn't work. Just took a couple of hours sleep and then I woke up with a sore head.
And whilst Hector's working away, Ramsay's playing the celeb and having a drink or two himself. But he can't resist checking up on his protege, who's still slogging away at the cooking.
There's how many stiffs in there? There's more stiffs in there than there is in manager's sauce. Need some sleep, then. Just tired. Come on. He's lying. Come on. So we start playing. Yeah, no. So it's he gets really ratty and gets all nasty when he hasn't slept. Is that right? He's got a temper like a real Scotsman.
Day 2, 8 a.m. Ramsay's newspaper comments on Australian chefs have outraged Brisbane. Now he's got to face a whole panel of critics, but he's denying the allegations.
As we know, if we've seen the Courier Mail this morning, he already has opinions on Australian food. Please welcome Gordon Ramsay.
today, very briefly, in the paper, has obviously got me into hot water, I can sense it. I was asked about Australians in London, not how do I feel about Australian food. A little bit unfair, having been here 45 minutes with a journalist grabbing a microphone.
But Ramsay's found an enemy on the panel, ex-rock writer turned foodie, Cherry Ripe.
Within 15 minutes he was running off at the mouth about Australian food before he'd even put a mouthful in his mouth. We certainly have plenty of people who can cook, and some of the most exciting and innovative food in the world, but no, Gordon felt that he could comment on it before he'd ever tasted it.
That javelin thrower through there, the Fatima Whitbread Aussie rules, OK. She's just trying to provoke a reaction. She wants a flare-up because I know it's going to hit the papers, and she already told me how detrimental I was to Australian chefs in the newspaper today.
The same afternoon, Ramsay's first cooking demonstration. This is Hector's real test of the trip, but at least everything is ready.
Come on, big man. We've got to go. We've got to question it, Dave, and not now, yeah? Because 10 minutes' time we're going to look fucking stupid.
However, it's also Ramsay's opportunity to try and humiliate Cherry Ripe.
Good afternoon and welcome. Turn that phone off straight away. Thank you. Was that Cherry? No? No. But it was on. Yeah, that's it.
In Gordon's cooking demonstration class, he obviously had latched on to my name, which, you know, I've lived with for long enough. I'm a big girl, I can take it.
Ramsay's found out that Cherry Ripe's name is also that of an Aussie chocolate bar, and he's planning further public torment.
Nice to see you, Cherry. How much did it cost you for that name? What is your real name? Bullshit. Have we got a present for him? Look.
Ramsay's on a roll. He's been treated like a major celebrity, with a string of interviews and book signings, and even Hector's in on the limelight. But undeterred by the fact that Cherry Ripe is also a celeb, Ramsay's declaring war. The evening of day 2. Anyone who's anyone in Brisbane has gathered for the Queensland Mud Crab Festival. And Ramsay's already got into another argument with Kathy Snowball, food editor of magazine Gourmet Traveller. She's refused to review Ramsay's friend Donovan's cookbook.
Donovan used to work for Marco for 4 years, and he's a big success over here in Melbourne. And he's got a wonderful restaurant called Est, and he's got one of the best cookery books ever published, especially in the last 2 years. And the book was a big success back in the UK, and she won't review it because she thinks he's pretentious. And it's the first time in 18 months he's actually had the chance to sort of turn around and ask her face to face.
I'm asking you a polite question. If you're behind chefs in Australia, why aren't you reviewing a chef's book? Because you're allowing your emotions to take preference over his book.
I thought...
You've got it in for him personally. Tell him you're jealous of the restaurant. He has more customers pass through each week than you sell magazines over 10 years. Tell him in front of you now.
No,
fucking words like that. OK.
And, you know, I'll be shot down in flames and I'll go down...
So you're going to give us a proper answer now?
Yes, I'm going to give you the...
Oh, this is the second answer.
The proper answer.
Go on then.
I think that it's so contrived. The design is bloody stupid. All that big things.
Oh, Christ.
You've got very good recipes, you've got lovely food, and they have...
But what's contrived? What's contrived?
Listen, fuck the design. Look at the food.
Fuck the design. You won the award.
As it gets heated, Ramsay can't bear to be left out.
There's some more crab in your hair, sweetheart.
I love your food. I just don't...
Review the bloody book! For God's sake, stop being a bloody snob!
Review the bloody book.
OK. Time. Woo, hallelujah!
But there's worse yet to come.
I'm not going to take it from her, so I'm just going to give her a hard time.
Were you not becoming vicious and personal to Donovan? You called him pretentious?
I'm not calling you pretentious.
I can take that, sweetheart.
OK, come on now. That's enough.
OK. She's obviously wound up.
No, you're welcome.
Haven't been here one day. I don't need
chefs sat here playing with my nuts. I think the critics here have bigger egos than every food critic back in the UK combined, with the Sunday Times, with the Evening Standard.
Not only got a pathological dislike of food writers, but I really think that he baits us to get more publicity.
As the dinner becomes more and more argumentative, Ramsay's getting personal.
I just want your book and I want to review it.
Okay.
That's the way that he is. That's why he's so fucking famous.
No.
He's a shithead. He's supposed to be nice to you. He's not going to be nice to you just to get good praise.
I may stay for that.
Send me a bloody book, darling.
I thought you said you've got it, you were about to review it.
No one has sent me your book.
I'd pay you money to slate it, you know that.
No one has sent me your book. It has not turned up on my desk.
Can I ask one request before we close the conversation?
Yes.
Throughout my demonstration tomorrow, there's no swearing. It puts me off when I'm trying to demonstrate.
Day 3, and off to Sydney.
Oh, shit. Too much money, not enough sense. Yeah, that's fine. That's champagne, but the shoot bag, come on.
Ramsay's straight off the plane and into a shoot to promote his book with famous photographer Jeff Lung. Still jet-lagged and having spent a hectic weekend in Brisbane, Ramsay's set for another spate with a critic. And he's found his match in Sue Fairley-Cunningham. They start to argue about an Australian chef that Sue says Ramsay wouldn't let into his restaurant.
Bullshit. I mean, I haven't got a clue what you're on about. Because, I mean, so you sent me a fax.
No, I didn't send you a fax.
So who made the point of contact?
One of your friends rang you and they said, you just said you didn't have room.
Well, tell me who it is and I'll tell you whether it's true or not. Because I haven't got no recollection of that at all. Who's the chef?
Neil Perry.
The man with the ponytail? I can't remember that.
It's a pity.
Someone said, I don't give a flying fuck. That wasn't very fair. That does not sound like me.
Although Ramsay denied knowledge of the incident to Sue Fairley-Cunningham's face, the truth is a bit closer to the bone.
The place was completely full. So I said, is that the Australian chef with the long ponytail? He said, yeah, that's right, that's him. I said, tell him to fuck off. Sorry.
So why didn't you tell her the truth?
Why did I tell her the truth? She knows the truth. I'll wink to her. She knows the truth. I just don't like. I just don't like being put over a barrel like that. She's talking out of a bloody pinstripe ring piece.
Will Ramsay get his revenge on the food critics? And amidst the pressure of his book tour, how can he cope with a female stalker? But will the stress of misbehaving take its toll? And who's the guy that the bad boy of cooking really has it in for?
Christ, I was pissed, I tell you.
Ramsay's whirlwind tour of Australia continues.
The thing that intimidates me is that kind of feeling that, you know, 12,500 miles away from your hometown, that you're just as popular over here as you are back in the UK.
Popular? With 80 interviews in 7 days, Ramsay's making quite an impression.
Gordon Ramsay, nice to have you.
Don't give a fig.
But can he hold it down? Day 4, Sydney, and the crammed schedule is beginning to take its toll on Ramsay. At a literary dinner that evening, Ramsay bumps into an old enemy, food critic Cherry Ripe. Ramsay's determined to provoke an argument, and his after-dinner speech is the perfect opportunity as Cherry takes the bait.
Do you think that people will be able to go home, buy this book tonight, go home, open it and cook from it successfully?
Yes, I mean, of course I do. I think it's, I mean, they've got wonderful, there's a pea and ham soup, things like cherry soup with, cherry soup. Cherry soup with some real shitty Mars bar chopped up on top of it.
This time, Ramsay's gone too far. After dinner, there's a full-blown incident in the hotel lobby.
Good.
He was sitting around a table with about 6 or 8 other people, and there was a spare seat next to him, so I said, do you mind if I sit down? I've been leaving you messages all day. I just want to confirm these 2 quotes. And he denied having said the first one, and I was asked to leave before I could confirm the second one.
She started getting quite aggressive with Gordon, and he was retaliating, and it was sort of escalating a bit out of control. And Gordon sort of looked at me and was like, you know, and I sort of stood up then and said, thanks very much, and we're sort of now, our day's over, we've had a long day cherry ripe, and I think it's best if you leave.
On my way over, my cherry ripe sort of grabbed me. She's like, I've been nothing but abused all weekend by your boss.
She wanted to have her say and explain her side of the story and everything, which I sort of appreciate. However, the forum wasn't quite right.
That cherry ripe's venom. And she's like, I won't be shaking your hand.
Well, it's just completely unnecessary and rude, you know, just the way he throws Joan Collins out of restaurants. Why would you throw me out for trying to check a quote?
It's amazing how these people act out here. You know, all these food critics, they've got really big fucking egos, you know what I mean? And it's as if they're all... It's like fucking Gordon's this big sort of icon, this kind of... He's that big rock star and everybody wants to fucking, you know what I mean, interview him, everyone wants to be with him. And it's got to the stage they're actually fucking fighting over him, which I find quite amusing.
Ramsay's revelling in the attention, but even he's had enough.
If I get there tonight and Cherry Ripe's there, I'm going to say to the organiser, either she goes or I go. I'm not going to sit there and watch.
When I ring Sue then, I'll ring her and tell her that.
Yeah.
Okay?
If she's there, I'm going.
Day 5, Melbourne, and the tour's taken an unexpected twist. It's emerged that Ramsay's being followed round Australia by a stalker, and she's trailed him to his hotel. She's been phoning him at all hours, and Ramsay's beginning to get scared.
Jesus Christ. It's a bit of an eerie feeling, really. It's just not a nice feeling. When someone's watching you so closely...
I mean, think about it. I mean, she was in Brisbane, now she's in bloody... she's in Melbourne, you know what I mean?
We had to tell the receptionist last night to screen the calls. I think that was important because that was... twice last night, 10 past 1 in the morning. Just when you think it's safe to get to bed, and the phone goes.
The news has even hit the papers.
Okay, I was all getting a bit too much, this.
Do you feel like you're a real celeb now you've got a stalker?
I don't feel a real celeb at all, no. I actually feel quite concerned, really. 10 to 2 this morning, 11:30 at night whilst in the bar having a quick bite to eat and a drink with some friends. I'm actually glad we're on that 6 o'clock flight tomorrow morning. I'll tell you what, if we get to New Zealand, there's any trace over there, I'll go fucking bananas.
Gordon Ramsay is a tough chef. If you know the book A Chef for All Seasons, you'll know Gordon Ramsay is a perfectionist.
We've got someone called Gordon Ramsay, and if you dare say who, I'll be in big trouble.
Boiling Points delivered international fame. Gordon Ramsay, welcome to the programme.
Thank you, hi.
The Rock Tour continues with Ramsay's 4th city in a week.
I like the flick of the hair. I think that's quite nice.
No sign of the stalker, but Ramsay finds he's become a sex symbol.
He's tall, he carries himself well, and he's nice looking.
Fans are following him to every gig.
Here they take it totally to the extreme. So it's like being a fucking movie star or something.
Day 6 and off to New Zealand. The schedule's been changed at the last minute, and Ramsay is greeted with the news that he's to appear on New Zealand's premier chat show with their biggest celebrity, Paul Holmes. And they're on air in an hour. Ramsay stormed off, leaving Hector to man the fort as usual.
We're just taking the piss. We're not actually in New Zealand, we're in bloody Dundee. We've done a detour, we're in Dundee. That's why, hence the weather. Anyway, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Seemingly what they're going to do now is they've changed it, so we need to go to the studio, film at 2:30, pre-record it for tonight to go out live at 7. Where's Gordon gone? And Gordon's gone to the hotel, very pissed off.
Hector's getting nervous, and he's worried about being Ramsay'd.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes fucking mad, because, I mean, what the fuck is this shit, man?
The ingredients aren't right, and time's running out.
Well, in a moment for you, you will like this. Gordon Ramsay, rude, aggressive, savage on his staff, brilliant in the kitchen. Gordon Ramsay is next.
Hector's managed to replace sea bass with salmon, and he's off the hook. His boss, Ramsay, arrives just before Kiwi mega-celebrity Paul Holmes. With 5 minutes to go before they're on air, Ramsay's getting the star treatment from his host, who's even doing his makeup.
Great result at rugby last weekend. Although I don't think it'll be that easy this Saturday against the Springboks.
Don't you?
No.
Well, you know, you're a pom. What would you fucking know?
Holmes and Ramsay seem to be getting along famously, and the banter bodes well.
So, look at this. Here we are at Cafe Vinoteca. Those are funny names, don't they? The, you know, places that are selling food and stuff to do with that. And look, specially made chef's jacket. Over here is my new friend, Gordon Ramsay. Let me introduce you to people around here. This is one of Britain's finest chefs ever, perhaps the finest British chef ever. Gordon Ramsay. I know that because he's telling me before. No, I'm just kidding.
No, don't start.
No. And
don't start.
Bars to the sign, aren't they, cloth?
They are.
I tell kids to fuck off now if they come up to you with a T-shirt. Oh, no, don't generally.
He is one of the highest rated current affairs host in New Zealand. So he's New Zealand's equivalent to Terry White, basically.
And how long has the show been running?
The show's been running now for about 10 years.
10 years. And he has been
it. He's built it up from the start. Yeah.
So he's a kind of he looks a wee bit like Ronnie Corbett, kind of. He does look a bit like Ronnie Corbett. No, he's not. I think he does. He's that kind of character.
Yeah. So now he's New Zealand's celebrity TV person.
Day 7, Auckland. Ramsay's had a change of heart about Paul Holmes and has decided he doesn't like him. Though he hasn't seen the show, Ramsay's broadcasting his opinion to the New Zealand public.
I know you've only been here for a day, but any thoughts on New Zealand cuisine?
I'm not too impressed with Paul Holmes, put it that way.
What, his cooking skills?
Well,
no
both
cuisine.
really.
You had a dodgy assistant last night, though, I'd have to say.
Yeah, slightly dodgy. He looks a bit better now, out of his chef's jacket.
Listen, it is great to have you here, though.
Damn sight more entertaining than Paul Holmes, that's for sure.
We won't go there.
That is until he bumps into Paul Holmes in the TVNZ makeup room.
You're not, babe. You didn't see me.
You're not?
That is a tool. Fucking spanner. Best presenter in New Zealand. Hello, Paul.
How are you going?
Fine, how are you?
Are you brassed off with me?
No, I'm not pissed off with you. I'm pissed off with the person who edited that programme.
What happened?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going back to the hotel in 10 minutes to watch it. I'll give you a call.
Why are you pissed off with it?
Sorry?
Why are you pissed off?
Because I've just been targeted all day how negative, how bad it was. I haven't seen it yet.
Who's telling you that?
TVNZ.
Well, it's not. Gordon, come down to the office. Come down to the Home's office. Have a look at it.
I'll tell him.
Why stand there getting an argument with someone that's, 3.5 foot tall? He insisted on seeing me in his office. I mean, big deal, big cheese. So, I perhaps wrongly left through the back door, sneaked out the back door because, A, if I got into confrontation with a guy, I'd end up lumping him. And he'd become 2.5 foot tall. Then I would be in trouble.
Well, I'm a controversial figure in this country, I am, and I try and be innovative in the approach I take, and I try and do things in a sort of a new way. I've been doing this program 11 years. I try not to get stale. It was a fairly radical sort of approach for Gordon. I know he just got off the plane, but he seemed to enjoy it.
Thought the interview was tacky. I thought he was a prat, and I had to sort of laugh it off with him.
Walk out there now and get him. I'll have him on and say, what's this about? Don't you bloody start this with me. Try that for your bullshit for your kitchen in London, not here.
Ramsay's visit down under isn't going to be forgotten in a hurry.
There's a consensus among food writers that we should just leave him alone next time, not bother writing about him.
Has Ramsay burned all his bridges?
If it asked you to go again, would you go?
Probably not.
Next week on Beyond Boiling Point, Ramsay glitters with a literati. Gets one up on Marco.
He'll be on the phone to me, giving me a hard time. Why the fuck didn't you tell me?
And there are happy days for Marcus, but has the worm turned for Ramsay?
There's a point where you have to stop.
And there's no way on earth, young man, you're even going to attempt to make me look fucking stupid. Let's get that right.
Fresh from his tempestuous tour down under, Ramsay's basking in the glory of constant press attention. He's about to carry out his master plan, domination of the restaurant scene, trying to usurp his arch-rival, Marco Pierre White. Ramsay's continuing the rock star lifestyle. He's checked into an exclusive Mayfair hotel to prepare for the marriage of his business partner, Marcus Waring.
I'm very excited. I've been with Jane now 7 years now. I actually love her to pieces.
Marcus is marrying Jane in just 1 hour, but his best man Ramsay's in no particular hurry to get him to the church on time.
These are going on the trays, and the waiter's going to stand in front of all the tables and turn the trays upside down with the talking point. He wonders why I haven't written my speech. There's the first one.
Ramsay has briefed Marcus's brother Brian on photo surprises for his best man speech. Now a Michelin-starred chef, Marcus's past faces an overhaul by his supposed friend. But although Marcus is not in the mood for mucking about, Ramsay is.
What do you think?
What do you fucking think?
Does it look stubbly?
Yes.
Oh, does it? Okay. Let me ask him. Fucking hell. I can tell you're nervous.
Do I need a shave?
Okay.
I fucking shaved for your wedding.
Yeah, but I shaved last night purposely so it wouldn't come out in a rash.
Oh, please.
Are you alright now?
I'm fine.
Huh? Marcus. Don't go all soft on me now.
The wedding is at 1 o'clock. At 20 to 1, Ramsay is finally prized from his hairdryer and into a cab. But the traffic in the West End is heavy.
If the traffic's chaotic, should we walk?
Why don't we just go?
I'm going to take one last look at the totty. Look. Marcus. Look, Totty! Look, Totty!
At the church, Gordon's wife Tana and his daughter Megan have already arrived, and so has the bride. It's decided her limousine will drive around the block until the groom and best man show up.
They were telling me to drive around to go away for another 10 minutes because the groom wasn't here, but no panic.
Is this quite normal, or is that...
Not very often does this happen.
But there's more pressure on Marcus.
Well, you're mine. You shouldn't be looking.
Yeah, no.
You should be setting an example.
Yeah, I am setting an example. What I'm trying to say is I can look, yeah,
on the menu,
and not touch or eat a canapé or muscal or even a fish course. You've got 15 minutes to decide whether or not you want to go and touch it and eat it.
10, Gordon.
Oh, 10.
No, fucking hell. I'm so glad you find it so...
It's more relaxing this way.
It's not relaxing.
It is. You get
Do you realise what'll happen if I'm after the bride? Do you know how shit you're going to get for the rest of your life?
There's no way on earth they'll ever allow that to happen. It's 10 to 1.
What if Jane's driving down the road and she sees us running?
But the bride's back, and everyone's at the church, except the groom and best man. But still minutes away, Gordon doesn't let up for a second.
Drive round once more, don't worry.
Oh, no, straight down, mate.
You sure?
Straight down.
Okay.
Not fucking about.
Do you fancy a cafe latte?
And eventually, Marcus cracks.
Why is it?
Look at
Whenever I'm with you, I'm always in this shit.
No, but...
No matter what it is.
They arrive with barely a second to spare.
Okay, Marcus.
But an hour later, even Ramsay can't prevent his favourite chef protégé from tying the knot. And at least Marcus's honeymoon means that the coast is clear for Ramsay to dominate the restaurant scene. Back to business for Ramsay. But for Addy and Hector, on the fish and meat section of the kitchen, trouble is about to start. Customers have sent some food back, and Ramsay's not in a mood to be messed with.
Sorry? Butter, paper. Oh, fuck me. That's fucking going, okay? Shit.
Addy and Hector have been given just 20 seconds to rectify the undercooked lamb and scallops.
They're undercooked, David, yeah? Keep the pan hot, Addy. Just a flash when a hot pan, that's all, not a cold pan, yeah? We get it out. Get it out. Flash in a hot pan, David. Let's go. Lamb, please. Taj, redress that.
Yes, go.
Go. Lamb, they need more cooking. I want too short table. Just fucking spoons here.
Once the emergency is over, Ramsay lets rip on his main culprit, David Hector Dempsey.
They're undercooked. Excuse me, how many portions do you have to cook a day? Okay. They're undercooked. Can you hurry up? The other table's gone, yeah? It's gone, the lamb sauce. One more lamb sauce. Put the pan on the fucking stove. The pan on the fucking stove. Oh, you fucking wombats, man. I've never seen a bunch of fucking idiots in my life. It's getting worse. When we're under pressure like that, yeah, you don't buckle.
Yes, Ron.
Because then you make idiotic moves. You bring Sanjak out there, he passes back over.
Yes, Ron.
He's going to look a bigger idiot than you if you put them on the plate.
Yes, Ron.
How can scallops so big be cooked so quickly?
Can be gone.
Although Hector accompanied Ramsay on his tour down under, their buddiness is long gone. The kitchen is in chaos, including a nosebleed, and Ramsay's got some bones to pick.
David, I'm not interested either. You obviously are. Why is raw Saint-Jacques going out?
Shouldn't have gone. Not gone, shouldn't have gone.
Then the lamb comes back because it needs more cooking.
Yes, gone.
Then the Saint-Jacques come back because they're raw.
Yes, gone.
Then the sauce goes out, it's not even finished. Why are you doing this? Why don't you just slow down?
Yes, gone.
I asked you to flash the Saint-Jacques in a hot pan, you stick it in a cold pan, it's not even smoking.
Yes, gone.
So it turns at rubber. You still don't listen.
Behaviour like this has prompted strong debates in the press. One of his critic victims has even launched a campaign to fight back against the abuse.
My feeling is that we avoid battery chicken eggs, some of us, because we disapprove morally and ethically of the conditions in which the hens are kept. And if you applied the same logic to restaurants, you would boycott restaurants where food was produced in inhumane conditions in the kitchen.
Over a decade ago, two-star chef Michael Caine served an apprenticeship of hard knocks with Ramsay in a Parisian restaurant.
I don't think Gordon is, is somebody which has a mannerism which is unacceptable. He believes in something, and that something drives him. And that's important. That's a lesson to be learnt by all of us. But at the same time, what we've experienced is that there is a point where you have to stop.
Bollocks, you know. And there's no way on earth, young man, you're even going to attempt to make me look fucking stupid. Let's get that right. Do you understand? But raw Saint-Jacques, I'm not going to fucking tolerate. Do you understand? And when things are flying like that, one thing you stay, hey, it's composed, not bouncing around, not getting us anywhere.
You don't find that level of violence or abuse in the kitchens of self-taught chefs. And you do tend to find it in the kitchens of chefs who have come up through the brigade system, and particularly from those chefs who have themselves been abused during their training. It's very similar to child abuse. If you are abused as a child, you are quite likely to go on to perpetrate abuse yourself.
Did anyone taste it?
And Ramsay fires off one last volley before concentrating on his master plan.
David, I'm going to go... David, someone's going to lose their job, you know that?
Morally, if he is producing food in those circumstances where people are treated badly, then customers can vote with their feet whether or not to go to his restaurant, and I will choose in future not to eat restaurant food produced in such a restaurant's kitchen.
Ramsay heads out of town to meet up with the godfather of the city of chefs, Marco Pierre White. Now Marco's returned his Michelin stars, Ramsay wants his crown.
I saw it straight away. He was the boy who wanted responsibility. He wanted to progress, he wanted to go forward. But he's under pressure now, he's got to work hard now, hasn't he? Even as a young boy, he was better under pressure with Gordon.
But Marco's now determined to teach his former pupil the finesse that may help him win his third star. And what better teacher than the epitome of the country gentleman, Marco Pierre White. Today's lesson, deer stalking. With sunset approaching, the two kitchen maestros retire to a hide high above the hunting ground to await their prey. And Ramsay finds Marco's rule of absolute silence difficult to keep.
Oh, fuck.
But soon, unused to the lack of activity, Ramsay succumbs to sleep, to the displeasure of his mentor. As dusk falls, bored after an hour spent up a tree and nothing doing, Marco remains determined to show his upstart ex-employee he's still boss. He closes for the kill. But deer stalking in the sticks still has to grow on first-time hunter Ramsay, and it's not the real game on his mind. Ramsay's plotting a much bigger kill back in the big city, to snatch Marco's title as king of brick cuisine. Ramsay's temperament has driven him forward, but his temper has held him back.
Standing here like a fucking idiot.
So has he really got what it takes to be the next Marco Pierre White? With his expansion plans in mind, Ramsay's decided to dabble in customer relations with his own unique approach. And when they don't even turn up, it's Ramsay's employees who bear the brunt of his anger.
The 4 turn up? For the Lanesborough. Did they turn up? No, they didn't turn up.
It's 30, yeah.
Yeah,
How many you charge now?
I'm fed up with it, you know that. I'll tell you, it's every day.
Ramsay's restaurant managers give him frequent updates on attempts to contact the absentee customers. They're American tourists who don't realise what dangerous ground they're treading on.
They're unobtainable, and they're not even in London. Yeah. Let me just get this right. They phoned you on Monday and asked and begged you to change the reservation from Monday to Thursday. We done that. And who confirmed the table again for tonight?
We haven't called since.
And he phoned you personally and confirmed that table for 4 tonight. And now there's no show. 8:30 now, and then yeah, and £100 a head cancellation fee. As long as you got the confirmation call that they're coming tonight, and no one can contact them now. It's disgusting.
But at the last minute, the managers receive word that the customers are arriving after all.
Well, that's ridiculous. So now they're just making their own fucking... Now they're just dictating what time they're coming.
They were booked at 9:15.
The impression. Yeah, bullshit.
At least Ramsay refrains from going out to give his customers a piece of his mind.
Enlève table 2, monsieur. Go. Can you reach the pass, you? Wait. Slowly in your own time, Neil. 5 mosaic, please.
Ramsay's obsession with restaurant domination means he's doing even longer hours than usual in the kitchen, and his absence is being keenly felt at home. His wife Tana is left to care for their twins and 2-year-old Megan, who's proving that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Megan's missing Gordon terribly. She's just got to the age where she wants to be with Daddy all the time. And to be honest, she's been a real handful since he's been away, because all she's wanted is Daddy, Daddy, and where is he? Every time the phone rings, she leaps on it, and every time I've sort of wanted to go somewhere, she thinks I'm going to disappear with him.
Ramsay couldn't make it to Megan's second birthday party, even though she'd posted him an invite.
She sent me an invite to the restaurant, care of her own headed Tweeny's notepaper, threatening me to come to the dinner party or her afternoon party with jelly and sandwiches. Unfortunately, I didn't make it.
Megan's a bit daunted by the prospect of her first day at school. It's a very special day for her, but unfortunately her father was too busy to go with her. Just 3 days later, Ramsay's home for the weekend, but Megan's school days have come to an abrupt end. A chip off the old block, she's been withdrawn from school.
I can't believe she got kicked out of school.
Megan's in my naughty books. She's been a naughty girl. She's been temporarily suspended from school. Surprise, surprise. Now, how embarrassing is that? It's cost £1,000 for 3 months, and she only spent 3 days there, so I'm glad to see she's following in her mother's footsteps, certainly not like her father.
The Guildhall, London. In an attempt to raise his profile, Ramsay's accepted the invitation to oversee the cooking for the nation's famed literary elite at the Booker Prize. And it hasn't taken him long to find someone to Ramsay.
Jesus Christ. Look, you can't even see straight with that hat over his fucking eyes. Just explain to him to shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. He's not going to be like that in service, is he? Hey! Excuse me! Shh!
Tana enters to take her seat with a literati, just as Ramsay corners his latest victim.
Get his legs and we'll put him in the oven. Hey, how old are you, Joe? How old are you? How old are you?
I'm fine.
It looks like that, I was going to say twat, but that's not fair, from the Mother of Pride advert. I didn't say twat, no? You know the man that bobbles down behind the van? Oh, that's why you wear it, you bald. Yeah. OK, now, got it now. He's got a fried egg on there.
Service is underway, and Ramsay checks how fast the head chef thinks he can serve 500 guests their main course.
We actually said 14, but I reckon 12.
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
500 covers, yeah. 12 minutes. Yeah. Now watching that fucking thing. Now we're timing it.
They've got the food out on time, but Gordon's not even dressed.
No time? No.
No, we don't need a blow on there, do we?
The last guest to arrive, as usual, Ramsay takes his seat among the authors and critics. In the kitchen, the clock is about to start. The target is 14 minutes to turn over 500 covers. The head chef, working under Ramsay's direction, is unimpressed with the service and nearing his own boiling point.
We weren't fast enough. I wanted 14 minutes, it took me 14 minutes 50 seconds. So there'll be some ass kicking later.
As the wine flows, Ramsay runs into an old enemy, Amy Grubb, a critic that he's banned from his restaurant.
You have your favourites.
No.
Harper's and Queen's is an influential magazine.
What you do?
What about that article you wrote about me being that arrogant bastard that
I thought you were a complete
You thought I was a complete what? Did you say the word C?
Yes.
Jesus. I mean, I never slag you off.
Gordon.
Well, when you said I was an arrogant bastard, that upset me.
But if his empire is to expand, Gordon must woo the critics back to his side.
I didn't fight with you.
No, but I was mean and horrible.
I just banned you.
Go and sit down.
Banning's not fighting, is it?
No.
No. See?
I think what you do is wonderful, dear.
Teamwork.
Congratulations.
Will you excuse me while I run
how
for a pee?
you made him into a proper person.
Though the real Ramsay is never too far away.
Boring old fart.
Ramsay's now ready to start an empire to rival Marco Pierre White's restaurants. He's devised a plan of attack on 4 separate fronts. New restaurants, more awards, a PR blitz and a new book. With a ghostwriter, of course.
I'm going to dictate it to Ros Denny, then she'll put it on her screen and then she prints it out like this. All nice and neat. She corrects the spelling. There's a brilliant spell check on her PC. Then the recipes come back to me. I proof them. She goes and makes them. Then they get filed.
With the writing sorted, it's sumptuous food photography next.
We're absolutely thrilled to welcome Gordon Ramsay to our list.
Then a charm offensive on the publishing company's sales force. And if that doesn't work, there are always Sarge's puddings to really soften them up. The last step in his publishing push, a flash book launch party at an exclusive venue. Ramsay's insisted on the right guest list, a smattering of chefs and lots of rock and rollers.
He's great. A full-on lad.
The only trouble is, few of them are shelling out for the book.
We needed Gordon to say, come and buy the book, which is absolutely Gordon, and he's not done that tonight. I'm so cross with him.
Now for stage 2 of Ramsay's plan to become the next Marco Pierre White. He's determined to outdo his former teacher on his own turf. The grill at the Café Royale is one of Marco's 11 restaurants in London, and it's the site for mega food critic Michael Winner's annual food awards party. Once Marco's turned up and greeted the gourmet film director, Ramsay faces a big test. Should he kiss Winner too? Gordon's won the top award.
Last year, Gordon got the award for politest chef in the country, and he didn't turn up.
Thank you, Michael.
Why do you all grovel to Michael Winner?
I understand how powerful he is, but he knows full well I do not lick his bottom. Thank you. Not at all. Thank you.
Having outwinnered Marco at the awards, Ramsay reveals his next strike at White's Kingdom, a press war.
Show me respect. That was the headline. I thought he was immaculately dressed in a pinstripe suit. Great exposure on a 4-page article.
Why are you so happy?
Well, 3 weeks after that, we just landed the cover of the Telegraph, and 75 pages. But given over 3 weeks, just to give them a bit of a chance to read so much editorial. When they phoned up to say that we'd like the shot on the cover, I thought, God, shall I ring him and tell him? But no. The best secret is in the surprise, the Sunday morning surprise. Then he'll be on the phone to me, giving me a hard time. Why the fuck didn't you tell me? Love it.
But despite all Ramsay's point scoring, with his books, awards and press profile, Marco still has 11 restaurants to his former pupils' 2. In 2001, though, Ramsay plans that this will change, and his core kitchen team are crucial to that dream.
At long last, located a site in the heart of Glasgow, I mean right in the heart of Glasgow, which could suit Hector, and a dream come true. Possibility of Mark becoming a tournant and overseeing the restaurants. I'll stay firmly put at Royal Hospital Road. Neil got slightly frustrated halfway through the year because he felt that he wasn't beginning the reins. Neil will be elevated into Mark's position. We're in a negotiation now for a great site in Mayfair, and I've got a wonderful chef, Sarge, who's perhaps the most sort of flamboyant, charismatic young cook in that kitchen today.
With his grandiose schemes, Ramsay seems to think that he's finally outdone Marco at his own game.
I'm not his pupil.
But as they say in French kitchens, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
David, you're the worst cook in the kitchen. This is not, hey, David, play my bollock night again. David, is it no? David, because that's not happening, you know that. So I hope that makes you feel good, yeah? Because I'm stuffed if I'm fucking... Hey, if I feel I'm on top of the world.
The unborn point? Yeah, I am.
Sometimes talking to him is like talking to a piece of fucking driftwood. Unless he wakes up, he's got to go look for a new fucking job.